Hello, everybody, and happy FriYAY! I'm Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture, mostly through my reading updates on my FriYAY sprints, and then every other monthly writerly conversations. Well, it is monthly. It's just every other month on my channel. And then on other months, it's on my critique, well, one of my critique partners' channels, Shay with the Hobbies. So yeah, that's typically where you'll see it. Thank y'all for your patience. I got on StreamYard and it was like, hey, you don't have a camera. And I was like, I totally have a camera, but it wasn't registering. And so, yeah, I was just floundering for a second. And I'm getting in from travel from yesterday. And I'm just like, give me one excuse to cancel this sprint. I don't have it, the mental capacity to technology today. So when it was like, you don't have a camera, I was like, this is either going to be solved in 5 seconds or it's not going to be solved today at all. But it was solved in 5 seconds. I just had to go out and come back in, which is an odd whatever. So sorry for the delay. Good morning, Pat. A productive week? Yeah, sure. I had some travel. I was in Ohio. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And now I'm aspiring to rest. So I gonna make breakfast in the first sprint probably, and then read The Dark Place by Brittany S. Lewis. I read some of it while I was in the airport. It's giving Delicious Monsters, but I haven't finished Delicious Monsters either. I've been on a hiatus from fantasy for I maybe going on a year now. I think I'm just really tired. I'm in a fantasy slump. And The Dark Place isn't. I mean, it's speculative. It is speculative. So there's that. But I've been in a fantasy slump since before Beast of Ruin came out, because I wanted to read Beast of Ruin, and that was going to be the first fantasy I'd read in a long time, and I still could not finish Beast of Ruin or Delicious Monsters, both of which I was like, okay, I'll start reading fantasy when those come back out, because I know that those authors are good writers, and I still could not. Like, I don't know if I even got 10% into either of those books before I was like, I'm gonna listen to some romance now. Like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with what I'm working on and what I'm writing, and it has been the idea of the novella, the scope of the storytelling. Like, it's been the romance for a little bit, so maybe that's why I just can't see it for fantasy right now, which is like, oh, I kind of hope not, because it would make sense, to be in the genre that you're reading, in the genre that you're writing in that moment, but that's going to be for the rest of the year then. Dang. Okay. Well, that's my update for now. That's my update for now. I don't know if I don't think I'm responding necessarily to any one thing that is going on in fantasy publishing right now. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Literary Lady. Hey, Tia. I don't think I'm responding necessarily to anything going on in the fantasy sector right now, except for, like I've said, they're getting long, and I don't like that. I should say they're getting long again. And getting even is behind the 8 ball. They've been long for several years now. Raybearer, sweet spot for me. And Wings of Ebony also. Wings of Ebony, Ashes of Gold. The books are not that long, and they're very page turnable. It may be, which is a scary thought, that I'm getting to a place where it would be faster for me to read it. Hey, Skylar. It would be faster. Welcome. I don't know if I've seen you here before. So welcome. We hope you stay a while. I don't really have the, like y'all know. Ones who've been here know I don't have the patience to sit, or patience or time really, to sit and turn a page. I'm usually moving, like I will be in the next sprint. For a variety of reasons, I'm usually moving or driving, which obviously I can't. I could easier read a book while making breakfast than I could read a book while driving. So audiobooks are like my primary reading method for that reason. Um, and so it's kind of a scary thought to think that the only way I'm going to be able to read fantasy for the rest of the year and be satisfied with it is if I can turn the pages. It's a scary thought for me, but maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll check out a book from the library and see if I read that quickly. Maybe I will. I don't even have the inclination to read fantasy right now, though. That's the thing. I do want to finish The Dark Place before, which is speculative, not fantasy. And sometimes in some books it's both and, but I would really say The Dark Place is like a speculative horror than a fantasy. And I guess, I mean, it would be an interesting conversation to have to talk about what the distinctions are, but that's for another time. That's for another conversation. But yeah, I want to finish The Dark Place before it comes out. And write an advanced review and do the things like I did that with Tutu. The Undead Truth of Us. Those of you who are new here, Brittany's freshman, I guess they call it, her debut novel, The Undead Truth of Us, which I lovingly dub Tutu, which is an acronym. So yeah, with Tutu, I read it physically. With the Dark Place, it's an e-arc. I don't like e-arcs for a number of reasons, though, especially for an advanced copy. The formatting is all over the place, and I just feel like I'm flipping more than I am with a physical book, and I am because there's less text per page because it's on a smaller screen. So I mean, I'm doing it on my phone. Maybe if I was on my computer, that wouldn't be the case. But on my phone, I am sliding more because there's less text on a page, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Whereas with a book, I can see exactly how much I have left and how much I've read. It's a psychological thing. But yeah, I want to finish it, so I'll be trying to read that today. But I'm just like, whew, I don't know. Have y'all ever experienced not a reading slump, but a slump from a particular genre? And if so, how did you overcome it? Okay. Skylar, reading When She Woke by Amina al-Sarafi. Okay. No, it's not a poet. That's not a poet. Who am I thinking of? I think she wrote Another Country. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll look it up. Greeting each other. I haven't read a lot of fantasy, and I've been really picky when I pick up a fantasy. Most fantasies I've read have been at least 4 stars, and I DNF quick the ones that aren't getting my attention. Yeah, same. I do also, but I don't want to DNF on writers that I know I like. It's just I'm just not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood. So I'm trying to not read until I'm in the mood, because otherwise that predisposes me to be irritated with things that characters do. So yeah, I'm just like, let me take my time. Okay, there's separate books. Yeah, no, I can't think of let me see if I can pull it up. What is her name? Sophia something. Another Country, but that also could be a James Baldwin book, and it is. I was like, that sounds wrong. I cannot think of poetry collection. She's young. Well, I found her when she was young. I'm sure that at this point she's either my age or a little older. Poetry collection. Sophia. You know how I can find this? She has a poem on YouTube called "To the Girl in My Jazz Class." It's a performance poem that she does with someone else. To the girl in my jazz class. Um yes, to the girl in my jazz class. I should totally watch this poem. It's amazing. Sophia El Hilo. Yeah. And she has a book called Boom. Yep, she's 32. I was like, she's not like young, but like she is. Oh, the new school. Home is not a country. Thank you. Yeah, she has a book called Home is Not a Country. And for some reason your book was giving me that aesthetic. I don't know. They're not the same. Um Amina Al Sarafi. Sarafi was making me think of Sophia. That's what tripped me up. Okay, cool. You're reading Amina Al Sarafi, and that's a book. Got it. What an adventure we're already on. Um, when She Woke by Hillary Jordan and then Shannon Clark. Cool, cool, cool. Got it. Good morning, Samantha Marie. Yeah, yeah. I welcome. I huge word association brain. So little things will make me think of something else and then I have to pursue down a rabbit hole. Sometimes I don't, but then sometimes it's more confusing for others if I don't pursue my rabbit hole and explain to them what happened than for me to just say, well, whatever, never mind. Sometimes it's more time effective for me to say, well, whatever, never mind. Um, but anyway, let's get into our first sprint. And I'm going to make breakfast. I also started rewatching The Flash, not rewatching, but I'm on season 9 because it's now on Netflix. The way they refuse to let Barry Allen know peace, they got to get off him. They got to get off this man's head. But anyway, and then with Caitlyn, never mind, never mind. Are any of y'all watching The Flash? Never mind. Are y'all watching The Flash? Tell me. At the end of this sprint. So, if you don't know, this is our timer dog Otis, our trusty timer dog. I always love when I give my like let's go, he always like turns his eye toward the screen and it makes me feel like he's hearing me call his name. I know that he's not, but I feel that way. I feel closer to him. But anyway, and 3, 2, 1, we're coming to see you, Otis. Okay. How was that first sprint for everyone? Having animal crackers and almond milk with honey as a snack. Ooh, that sounds kind of good though. I'm not a fan of animal crackers, but almond milk, honey sounds delicious and nutritious. Yeah, we named him 3 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago. We had a little poll and named him. There were some great suggestions made, but ultimately we went with Otis. Um, so yeah, I ate during that sprint. I'm kind of still a little peckish. I may have some yogurt and an apple. Excuse me. But either way, I will try to, yeah. I'll try to get at least 10 minutes of reading in. Yeah, I'm gonna get 10 minutes of reading in. We started a little late, so I'm just going to plunge us right back into a second sprint so we can get 3 for sure. Yeah, and get out of here by 12:15. So yeah, let me know how the first sprint went for y'all. And I'm gonna go ahead and start us on our second sprint, wherein I will attempt to actually read. Interrupting phone calls. Per usual, Pat. Per usual. Yes, hydrating. I have my cup of water. Pat is the general manager of BookTube, I dare say, but definitely of BookTube Lives. So always reminding people to hit the like button, always reminding people to hydrate. So do hydrate, like I said, on cue. Listen to 4 pages of False Oath by Michael Stagg. This fourth book is a legal crime. I have found, after listening to the Ellery Hathaway series, I am actually, sorry for the light that keeps like popping up. I am actually a fan of like legal crime fiction. So what is this False Oath by Michael Stagg? I'm gonna look that up because I really enjoyed the Ellery Hathaway series. I really, really did. So I'm gonna find something like that. I tried listening to a suggested series after that, like scripts was like, if you like this, you might like that. And I was like, I don't know. This woman, I mean, sure, I guess. I listened to like the first one or two, definitely the first one. I don't know if I got all the way to the second one. I was just like, eh. But I will try this. False Oath, Michael Stagg. Okay. 5 pages of When She Woke and 5 pages of Amina. Look at you. Audio has gone weird. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I did some work, remote job, good for you. It took a few minutes to clean up the laundry area. So important. Oh, free on Audible, Tia. You got us the magic word. So what is the name of the series? What is it? False Oath by Michael Stagg. And then I'm sure it'll just take me there. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, thank you. Well, let me get to that. Thank y'all for these reading updates and these reading recs. The first book is free on Audible. Girl, that's the magic word. I kept it because it's free and the book was so good. Wow. Okay, Tia, I'm getting really excited. All right, well, I'm going to look at that and let's get back into it. And 3, 2, 1, we coming to see you, Otis. All right, that was our second sprint. I started Lethal Defense. Tia, listen, I'm gonna go ahead. We gonna continue on. I'm on chapter 5. But here's the thing. When you're doing audiobooks, the narrator's voice is so important. And who is this? Who is this? Performed by George Newbern. I could really take or leave his voice. My favorite white man narrator who doesn't have a very typical, very like white man voice is Aiden Snow. Aiden Snow, to me, don't come at me, to me, Aiden Snow to me is Jacoby DM's white counterpart. If Aiden Snow is reading something, I may just chapter 1. You had me for chapter 1. Aiden gets you chapter 1 guaranteed with me. And then after that, it's up to the writer. But Aiden Snow will get you 1 chapter of my reading. It will. Because I love his voice. It's deep, it's gravelly, it has a lot of character, and it's up from there. It's up from there. His voice is a good baseline, and then we get the characterizations of each person up from there. Love it. Love it. This guy just has a baseline average Joe voice that I don't seek out. So I mean, I'm gonna listen, and I think that this book will be good. Just listening to like the legal part, like, oh, this could be cool. Already getting into the nitty gritty, not the nitty gritty, but like the non-technical but also important things of like, oh, local counsel for relationships, like that sort of thing. So that'll be fun. And I think, I mean, I have a good friend who's a lawyer, and I will, if nothing else, enjoy having her, like, talking to her about this book and inviting her insight to it. But the narrator's voice I am not enjoying. But we move. Okay, Margaret, good morning. The world is once again at my feet, indeed. That's how it goes. That's truly where we are. The apocalypse at this point is the Wi-Fi not working. That's the apocalypse. Happy productivity. Just click it and say hi. Thank you. Shay, you're funny. Not with the robe and the heating pad. Excuse me, y'all. Hello, good morning. Welcome. 7 pages of When She Woke. Yes, I get it. Yeah, it very much is. It very much is. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think I've made very clear over the time who my favorite narrators are. And there are some people who, if I see them narrating, I'm just like, woo! No, I will not. I will not. Like, what's her name, bro? And honestly, it's not quite fair, because sometimes it's a combination of the audio of the voice actor and the production, where it's like, I was listening to this book, it was Kenya Wright's. Ooh, no, Power. It was called Power. And I mean, there's a lot of sex in it for no reason at all. I feel like I'm just a more and more fan of closed door sex scenes, i.e., no sex scenes. I don't need it. If you're going to do it, I don't need it. But when I have like 15 of the scenes, I'm like, it's just sex. Like, y'all doing it on the ceiling or something. Like, well, I don't need the details of every single time. We know the biology of it. But anyway, or rather the mechanics. But anyway, it was too much of that, and there was too much profanity. But I mean, it made sense because he was a gang boss, whatever the terminology is. I'm not for the streets. I can't tell you. But the story was hilarious, and it had some like supernatural things going on and surprising places, because it's a romance. It's not a fantasy. And so when there were like sort of speculative things going on, I was like, what's this, Kenya? And she does do like fantasy. Like she has a book about a vampire or so she does that, but this wasn't in that genre. And I don't know that people listed as paranormal romance. So I was like, okay, I'm surprised and intrigued and delighted. But the voice actor, whoa, child. Talk about in spite of, not because of. But it wasn't just her voice because I had gotten used to her voice and was like, this is where we are. This is where we are. Power by Kenya Wright. If this is where we are, whoo-hoo, then it's where we are. But it wasn't just her voice. It sounded like she was at the end of a tunnel with lots of echoes. And it was just like, did you send this in? Like you didn't go into a studio? Like how was this produced? Y'all weren't all together, huh? Which is fine, but I can tell that this audio came from somewhere else. So the fact that, and Kenya Wright ain't no new to this chick. So, I mean, I don't know to what extent she was even involved in the production, but I don't know. It was just weird for the book to be of such low quality production for an author who has over 100 titles to her name, no exaggeration. Like, she be out here cooking in these streets. I've never heard one of her books so badly produced since then, so she probably was like, who do you think you are? Who do you think I am for you to be? So she probably got them together, but mercy. Ever since seeing a book by this, seeing a book with this voice actress on it makes me a little wary. Because production aside, I didn't love her voice acting. It was very pausing in awkward places and a lot of mouth sounds, breathing, just like, what's going on? What's going on? So definitely there are people who, when I see Sean Christian, I think the woman's name was Angel something with a C, I think. But and Sean Christian, I will listen to. For him, I'll listen to like a sample of it, and then I'll make a decision because his accents are not good. Angel Cochran. Oh, Angel Cochran. Whenever I see her name, I'm just a little wary. It's not 100% bad. This was a bad first entrance to her, but it made me wary. But I've listened to at least one other thing of her since then, and it wasn't amazing, but the production was definitely better, and that helps. Sean Christian, his accents are just awful. He did an Alexandria House book where he was supposed to be like Cajun or something, Creole. Like the guy was from New Orleans, I think, and woo, it was awful. It was awful. I was like, why are you out here? This is why y'all gotta stick to Jacoby. What? Why are we switching it up for this? If you're gonna switch it up, be solid. This Cajun accent is truly cringy. It was just Sean Christian. See, only liked him in long division. Yo, do you see Tia? You see what I'm saying? It's Jacoby DM's white brother. Like listen, pay them in. Good morning, Jalen. Good morning. Some audiobook narrators are not the vibe, not at all. And that's a good way to put it. You're reading a romance book like it's a legal thriller. You didn't pass the vibe check. You're not on theme. You're not there. Yo, Aiden knows that dude for the Wahite people, and they make good use of him. That I'm sure he has dozens of books under his belt, and in a lot of different genres. So I'm sure he's getting his money as well. He should. There are just some people I don't mind them making money, and some Wahite people where I'm like, I'm not even mad at your hustle. Like, go for it. You're not hurting anyone. You're helping me, and Phil Collins is one of them. Like Phil Collins, pay that man. for Tarzan, if nothing else, y'all gotta pay Phil Collins. Lemony Snicket, pay that man. Like the service he's done to reluctant readers, pay Lemony Snicket. And then Aiden Snow, pay that man. His voice is voicing. He's in the right industry. He deserves compensation. Only like Sean Christian in Long Division. I mean, I think his baseline voice is fine. Because I've heard him in other romances where he wasn't doing an accent and it was fine. So he is one where it's like, what sometimes the things he does can be like, don't do that again. Don't do that. And then other things he does, it's like, fair. Okay, cool. Just don't be doing too much. And I don't remember which one, who, it was from the Strickland sisters. Let Me Love You. The one where it was, I want Ryan to wash my hair. Wherever that one came from, Ryan is Stay With Me. It was Stay With Me. He was like, Let Me Love You. Now that was Let Me Please You that she did. That was a 3.5 for the McLean brothers. Yeah, no, it was Stay With Me. And talk about cringe. But like I said, that's why with him, I'd have to listen to a sample and be like, can I handle this for 7 to 9 hours? Yes or no? Because also what I don't like, if it's just him, yes. Yeah. If it's him, just him on a book and it's romance, I don't want it. Return to sender. But if it's in another genre, that's fine. Like if he was doing a legal thriller, I'd be like, oh, Sean, that may be your bag. That really may be your area where you can grow and multiply. I mean, he's growing and multiplying in romance anyway. Like he's all over the place there, so whatever. But like that may be a place where I am like, your voice really lends itself to that sort of story. Go forth. In a romance, he can't be the only one. And rarely do romances, not rarely, but like a lot of romances have 2 voice actors. I need him to have a female voice actor with him when he's doing romance, or it's a no-go for me because his female accents are kind of insulting. They're very, they're up there. They're high. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not complimentary. Shrill. They're so shrill. I'm just like, what women or what? Like, what? Is this meant to be an insult? Like it's ridiculous. So Angel Cochran, I had a misfire with her, and I'm just sort of like, and Sean Christian, I gotta hear the sample, and I gotta see the premise. Like, what's the genre? Does he have someone reading with him? What's going on? I need a sample. Like, but Jacoby Diem, Adendrele Ojo, Shay, what's her name from Jordan's book? Her. Jacoby, like there are like 3 people who are instant for me. What is her name from Jordan's book? And she's very active in the fantasy area. Jordan Ifueko. Who is her voice actor? Jonice Abbott Pratt. Yeah, Jonice Abbott Pratt, instant for me. So for sure. She had asked me a question. Is the orange growing on me? Yes. And that I am okay with it. You probably asked that because my nails are all up in skin, so I'm gesturing, which is usually a marker that I'm feeling myself. The real ones know. But yeah, I'm ready for the change. I think I'm getting my nails done on the 8th. Very ready for that. And we'll be going back to nude vibes with a little bit of zhuzh added. But We've had our orange adventure. We've had our orange adventure. And I'm good off that now. If I do it again, it will be with a different nail tech. And I will have very clear instructions. I'm never again probably going to like just try to improv an orange look. It's just too much saturated color not to have a very clear plan. But anyway, Tia, now you understand me. If y'all have not heard Aiden Snow's voice, I can't just say it's like Jacoby DM but white, because it's not like Jacoby. But I think both of them do have that deep hum that draws us in, where it's like, go on. I think they both have that. So they both have it, but I wouldn't say that Aiden Snow is like the white Jacoby, but they do have very similar, like super deep, like just super masculine voices where it's like deep down in there, like it's down in the chest, in a way that we love and want to hear more of. I knew that Shay would know. Janice Abbott Pratt, absolutely. Ooh. Will Wyatt is my fave white narrator voice. Will does a British and Irish accents. I don't know if voices are correct, but this sounds good that I hear. Yeah, it's like, listen, I'm not British. I'm not Irish, so I'm not the person to know if you're doing it correctly. But it's tickling my pickle, so whatever. Cool. Will Watt. I'll try him. I have a person like that who was like, I don't know if these voices are right, but they're certainly doing it for me. What is his name? Oh my gosh, he did all of them for the Amaranthine Saga. I love him. When I say I love this man. Oh, wait. Travis Baldry. I love his voices. Are they correct? Because he does Russian. Because it's super multicultural series, so we see a little bit of everybody. He does Russian, he does English, he does Japanese and American. Like he's done like California American, Midwestern American. Yeah. So I mean, and that is quite the task for one series and sometimes one book. And in the sixth series, everyone in the sixth book of this series, everyone is there. So we're getting multiple accents in like one scene sometimes, and he does it. So yeah, I really love him. He also he could have me listen to a book that I don't really care for just to hear his voice. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. His voice just sounds so wholesome to me. It just is a very wholesome, well-rounded voice that I truly love to listen to. He is part of the reason, like Shay knows, and other people who've been here for a while know, I've listened to the Amaranthine Saga, each book 3 times at least, except for the 6th one I just got through my first reading of. I've listened to them at least 3 times. And as far as like the first and the second, I've listened to those upwards of 5 times. And the writing in this story have a lot to do with that. And also his voice. It's equal parts story and voice for me. I love the storyline and I love his voice. It's so good. Like he and Amaranthine Saga are like the ultimate when things go right between story and acting for me. But I'll check out Will Webb. Sure will. Like a Smith. I love that. What, like a smooth motor running and voice for. Yes. I love that. Exactly. That's it, Tia. That's it. Legends and Lattes, he did. Yeah, don't you love his voice? It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, mercy. Y'all are funny. Tia, you're hilarious. Mayama, good afternoon. I know it's late. It's fine. We're over here chatting and laughing. I just wanted to wish everyone a good weekend. Thank you. And thank you for coming. Oh, my word. I don't even know. Do y'all? Okay, so I'll leave it to y'all. Do y'all want to do another sprint? If so, well, thanks. I try. You're funny. I'm gonna have to check out Watt. Will Watt. I don't know why I said Watt. Will Watt. Okay, another sprint. So another 30. Are folks good for a 30? Do y'all want to do like a 15, 20? I will leave it up to y'all. Another sprint, yes or no? If yes, how long would y'all like this other sprint? 45. Okay, let me give y'all multiple choice options. 30, 20, 15, 10. 30, 20, 15, 20. If someone says 25, I can be persuaded. 30 is good. Okay, yes to 20. I see a 30. Skylar is like, we could be here all day. 45. 30 is fine. Okay, I'm seeing two 30s and a 20. Oh, 30 is good. Okay. Okay, so we'll just do another 30. Otis, here we come, boo. Hey, Zena just joined, but would be good with 30. Thank you. I don't know that I've met you before. If I haven't, I'm just forgetting because the other half of my brain, i.e. Shay, is not on today. She would certainly remember you. If I'm just forgetting you, apologies charge it to my head and not my heart, but welcome back. And if this is your first time, welcome. We hope you stay a while. As you can see, we are equal parts productivity and play. So no, it's okay, Skylar. I know some people do. I don't have the attention span for 45-minute sprints for reading. For writing, certainly that's fine. For reading, I don't have it. I don't have it. Anyway, okay, 30 minutes. Let go. It's my first time joining. Good. We hope you stay a while. This is every Friday from 10 a.m. to roughly 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes when we get super chatty, we go over a little bit, and that's okay. All righty. And 3, 2, 1. We're coming to see you, Otis. Zenab, Otis is our timer dog. This is him. Thank you, Mayama. Okay, that timer definitely went off right after I had looked up at it. How is that for y'all? I am on chapter 6. Um, sorry. Can y'all type? Can y'all text and type and talk at the same time? I can't. It takes me longer to do both when I try to. So I just decided not to. How was that for y'all? Did I read Goal yet? You know what? I started and you just made me realize I never finished it. I'm near the end though, and I'm past where well let me not say anything else. I'm near the end, or anything else might be a spoiler. I'm near the end. Um yeah, I'm near the end. I don't even know if they've been physical yet, but maybe that's what made me stop. I definitely skipped that part if that did happen. I'm just really not trying to read a lot of explicit material anymore that gets in your mind. Um, I love Alexandria House's writing and her stories, though. I just am not trying to read of anything with super explicit sex scenes. Which is why, even though I love Power by Kenya Wright, it's so much needless sex scenes. I'm like, well, can we get back to the story, bro? Like, can we just close the door on the scene and let's go to the next part? But I am reading it and I'm almost done. So now maybe I should just go ahead and finish it so I can move forward. But yeah, I did start it. He is so, I mean, he's fine. I like him. Such a people pleaser. I knew in chapter 1 he should have been dumped this girl a long time ago. Just because y'all have a history don't mean y'all have a future. Dump her instead of waiting for her to leave, which she does. But your heart really wasn't in it with her even before these kids came. So like, come on, bro. But whatever. That was my thing with him. Yeah, it's on Scribd. It's on Scribd. Oh, Shay, come get her, come get her. Shay and Deidre love long division. KSA Lehman, yeah, they love long division. Uh, the cover looks like long division, looks like math, but Deidre and Shay love long division. I know it has something to do with time travel, but that's all I know. Um, And as for The Office, I searched Goodreads and it's there. The Office? What's that? Did I miss something? Let me go back up and see if I missed something. This adorable? I don't know what The Office is about, Tia. Bring me back up to speed with that. I think I missed something. Log it in. I don't understand. Yeah, Vina knows also long division. Like I've never met someone who doesn't like long division. They all love it. Coming through late to hit the like button since it's been a busy morning of meetings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, long division. There we go. The cover is way more intricate than it looks. Seeing as it's 2 books in one and reversible. Oh, I didn't know that. Woo! People know they be out here writing their faces off. 2 books in one that is reversible. I can't even imagine. Woo, mercy. That's crazy. Okay, I might have to. I didn't know that reversible part. I may have to read that now. Although I don't know how I would do the audio version of listening to it in reverse. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, there was a discussion last night. I missed it. I got in from Ohio last night, so well, afternoon. I spent the rest of the day recovering, and then people were moving in upstairs, and that was its own little adventure of noise. So yeah, I was totaled yesterday. Making tea. Does anyone remember Making Fiends? Making tea reminded me of Making Fiends. Making fiends, but dad as always making fiends while Charlotte makes friends. Do you remember that? It was on not Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I was on Nickelodeon. I liked Making Fiends, Vendetta and Charlotte. The girl's name was Vendetta. The names people be giving these characters be so on the nose. It's hilarious. Remember when I mentioned it being meta and time traveling for one of your stories? Nope. Oh, no, I don't. I remember what story you would have told me that about, but you know, there was a lot. It probably got lost in my despair. But okay, so there's that. In that case, I will need to read it in the next 6 months or so. I don't remember, Shay, but you know, I'm glad you're here to remind me when my mind is clearer. I was watching good conversation. Yeah, I didn't see. I'll have to go back and try to find it. Well, I'll have to find it. If it was just last night, it should pop up when I go to Venus channel. But anyway, it is 12:30. We are over our usual 12 o'clock, but we had a good little conversation about voice actors that needed space. And so thank y'all for coming. We will see you all, we being me and Shay. I'll definitely see you, and then Shay will probably be here also next week if the Lord will and the creek don't rise up. Next Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all for coming. I don't want to cut y'all off while y'all are chatting. Oh, Fake It for Little Mermaid. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how it goes. I've heard overall good things. I did hear someone say that they didn't find the underwater kingdom magical enough. So because like there weren't as many mermaids as in the animation. And while one might say, well, of course, because it's live action, it's Disney. They got that long money, and they've been talking about this literally for years, for at least 2 years. So they've had plenty of time to get dozens and dozens of mermaids to give it the magic of the underwater kingdom. Why not? That's extras. Come on now. But anyway, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. That's what I heard also. Exactly. I'm just like, you can get extras, you can get CGI. I am still only now finding the little like CGI glitches in Lord of the Rings. And I've watched those movies again over 3 times each. And it's only when I watch the extended version that has the trivia where it says, in this scene, Legolas runs through an orc. And I'm like, oh, did he? And I'll have to really go in and squint and be like, oh, he did. He really did. But it's like, but it doesn't ruin anything. I couldn't even tell. So, and that was 20 years ago. You telling me now you can't CGI a mermaid? 10 mermaids? A dozen mermaids? Come on now. Just give us the magic. Because we all know that Halle was giving it her all. So give her the proper setting. But whatever. Anyway, a bear underwater. And then I heard that we only met all of her sisters once and there wasn't a lot of interaction. And so, you know, whatever. Honestly, these live actions haven't been blowing my mind outside of the Jungle Book, which I think is actually called Mowgli and not the Jungle Book. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, there's two live action Jungle Books, years apart. I liked them both. But the one where they have that, like the Wolf's Creed. Oh, cool. Is that the conversation from last night? But yeah, the one where they have the wolf's creed and the strength of the wolf is the pack. That I loved that one. So that live action and then Aladdin are the only live actions where I've really been like, we needed this. All the other ones, I'm like, if y'all are out of ideas, just say that. Or better yet, go into some African fairy tales instead of doing live actions of all of these other ones. But whatever, whatever. Um, whatever. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I'll watch it eventually. I'm not gonna go out and watch it, but I love that for Hallie, and I love all of the stats I've been hearing about the money it's made on the first weekend. That I love that for her. I'm just not. I was never. The Little Mermaid is not my favorite Disney movie anyway. So even though I love I love the live action take on it, but it's just not moving me at all. Bye, Pat. BookTube buying habits. Okay. I'll have to go check that out. I haven't seen it, but heard something about she only wore one outfit for 3 days. Listen, because y'all know I don't like humans. Yeah. I mean, ain't that how it is though? Ain't that how it is in the animation? These characters, these cartoons have one outfit and one hairstyle. We know that. We know that. Anna didn't do nothing but have maybe one costume change that actually may have just been adding things to what she was already wearing instead of actually changing her clothes. Like Elsa just took some clothes off from her original outfit and undid her hair and boom, second outfit. Like we know this. Come on now, y'all. They don't be having a whole wardrobe in these animations. We know what it is. But anyway, let me go. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Yes, blessed weekends. Drink water, all the rest. Bye.